Today I'm teaching you how to process apostilles, authentications, and certified translations as part of your notary business. You have probably been asked as a notary public if you offer apostille, authentication, and certified translations, and you should be answering yes. You can start charging $200 or more. It's a whole lot of profit because here in California, Secretary of State, all they charge for this is $26. $26. The rest is profit. And I'm only saying $200 because it's very much like minimal, that's like base, but a lot of times we upcharge because there are other things involved in the process like certified translations. And so let's start from the top. You get the phone call. Do you offer apostille services? Yes, I do. Even though we don't actually administer these special seals because no one can do that, it's only Secretary of State or Department of State, you can still offer the service. And this is how. Yes, I do. Perfect. What kind of document do you have? Oh, I have a birth certificate. This is just an example off of Google. Okay, perfect. Where is the birth certificate issued? California, or is it out of state? Depending on where you're from, right? You're gonna tailor this to your own. Oh, it's from California. Oh, okay, awesome. Now, where will you be using the document? And this is necessary because you're either going to do one of these apostilles, or you're going to do what is called an authentication, and that looks a little bit different, but it just depends on the country it's going to. I share with you as well where you will go to find out, because you're not going to do a Google search, is China a Hague country or not. You are going to go onto the HCCH website and you are going to search for the Hague Convention table, and it'll show you what countries are now considered contracting parties to the Hague Convention. These are all countries that abolished what is called full legalization for public documents. So basically they said, we don't want to go through like consulate and embassy. Like, let's just go through Secretary of State for state level documents. And if it's a federal level document, let's go through the Department of State. All the other countries not on this list, they don't want any of that. Like, they want full legalization. So it's Secretary of State, Department of State, final is consulate or embassy. Okay, they have said no, we don't want simple, like we need the whole thing. Now, perfect. We've searched where this birth certificate is going to be used, and now we know, is this a Hague country or a non-Hague country? Awesome. Now the next question is, do you need translations? And your client may or may not know, so it is a little part of your job to do some research for them if they require it. It's just for us to cross our T's and dot our I's. Like, the whole point is not just to offer to take this document to the Secretary of State so that it can get one of these. It's also to make sure that when it gets this, it actually gets accepted in the receiving country. And so sometimes they require for this birth certificate that's in English, let's just say it's going to Mexico, they require for it to be translated, and you're gonna have to send this off to a certified translator. For Mexico, because we're using Mexico as the example, that country has what is called perito traductores, and they are the ones that will translate the document and then attach one of these certificate of translation. And every single receiving country is different. Brazil is going to be a little different, and their sworn translations are going to be signed off by a Brazilian certified translator. Because remember, wherever these documents are going to, that is who has the final say. It's not like, you know, if I'm fluent in Spanish, I can't just do the translation myself. It always depends on where is it going and what is the document being used for. So then sometimes you'll have clients that say, my lawyer, because these requests most of the time come from other people's, like lawyers and attorneys and people that they're working with, telling them, find a local notary, they'll do the apostille. Because in other countries, notaries hold so much more legal power than we actually hold here. And so you're referred by people internationally. So sometimes they'll come to you and they'll say, I need the California birth certificate to be apostille and translated and notarized. So if this is the case, we are not only going to get the translation done, but then this has to be presented in front of a notary public at idiomatic. I mean, they handle everything, so you don't have to be doing like you don't have to do a lot of hard work with this. So all you'll put when you are doing an idiomatic service order for translations is you're gonna either choose sworn translation, which again, depending on the client, and we're gonna do a little bit of research and double check on that country's embassy or consulate website, what kind of translation do they require? Does it have to be a certified sworn translation? Can it just be a, affidavit of translation? Does it have to be notarized? Whatever it is, you will find the answer on that receiving country's consulate or embassy website, or the client will tell you themselves. Now, when this is done, you got all this information down. How soon do you need this done? My standard service is 4 to 5 business days. And the reason why I say 4 to 5 business days is because throughout the week, I want to make sure that I'm collecting, I want to have a lot of documents piled up and ready to go so that I can send out my niece once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on how much work we have. But ideally, it's to be sending her out only once a week, out to the Secretary of State, getting all of these ready with an apostille, and then I can package everything up nicely in one of these. This is what I use. Let's just say it's everything here. And then 4 to 5 business days later, my client is now ready to pick this up. And also the reason why I do that, obviously for every single trip, I pay my niece to go out there, as you should, right? No one's out here doing work for free. So sometimes you're gonna have to use other notaries that do apostille courier work. And yes, you do have to pay them about 100 or 150 or more. So that's the little trick that I found is I'm gonna pile up as much as I can and only send out my courier once a week and not every single time that I get an order. The only time that I sent her out same day, like if someone came today and was like, hey, I need this ASAP, what's the soonest that you can get it done? For me, because the Secretary of State is only 16 miles away from us, I can get it done within the day, less than 24 hours, right? So if they need that, yes, I do offer it, but of course I am going to upcharge. It's immediate rush expedited service. Everywhere they charge more. So I do it too. So depending on how you want to structure this, I do anywhere between $100 or $150 extra, depending again on how soon they need to get it done. So now, once you get this back, you're gonna have this apostille, and it's gonna come all attached to this. This right here is called a launch stamp. So it will go over the first document and the second document, kind of off like this. And that is how it gets verified, right? And then down here, you have a website where you're able to enter the date and the number, and this information will come up so the receiving country knows, again, this is real and authentic and we accept it. And again, this is a system that every country had to do, and only some, as I mentioned, some are yeah, we're all for it. They signed that apostille, they're part of the Hague Convention. And the other ones, you just have to take it a little bit, one step further or a few steps further. To keep it simple, I'm just gonna show you this for now. Now, once I have everything right, I have the apostille, I have the translation. Like I said, everything just gets packaged up nicely in this, and you're good to go. So, any questions? That is super easy, and I know what you're thinking. Ain't no freaking way, girl. I bet there's more to it. There's really nothing more to it. You might get people that are asking you, hey, once you're done with this, can you ship this packet to Italy? Can you ship it to Guatemala? Can you ship it to wherever? And yes, you can do that. That's really how easy it is. And as you can tell, this is not a thick package. I did not print out hundreds of papers. I don't do anything. When my niece walks into the Secretary of State, or when I have to go in sometimes, there's a single sheet of paper that they have there that I have to fill out. And it just says, where is the document going to be used, the date, my name, my address, and my phone number, and that's all. And the rest, it's literally a drop off. Wait about 5-10 minutes, depending on how busy it is. And then you go home. You go home with this. And you're good to go. You just hand it back to the individual that hired you. And the reason why people are hiring you is because everyone has time to go out to the Secretary of State, and then they don't even know. They have no idea. Are these documents going to get accepted, or is there an extra step that you have to do before this? Yada, yada, yada. And some documents you do. Some documents are really, really old. And basically look at it like this. The Secretary of State keeps a database of, signatures to verify. so that the document can get the apostille, and there's a cutoff time, right? And so people, if they don't do the work, like they don't know, and that information is not found online. You get told when you're there in line and it's like, yeah, we don't have it. We can't verify it because it's like really, really old. Like, what? You should have put that somewhere on the website. But yeah, that information is not there sometimes. And so in other cases, like people will go to the Secretary of State and they're bringing federal level documents. And so they have to tell them like, yeah, take it to Department of State, and Department of State is not near us. We have one Department of State in Washington, D.C., and that's it. You can do a walk-in, and it's not same-day service. You have to pick it up within 7 business days, or you can mail it out, and it'll get done within 5 to 6 weeks. So for people, like, this is a time crunch. They need to get it done. A lot of people are, like, settling matters internationally, whether it's real estate or insurance, business. There's a whole lot of stuff going on out here. So that's why you get hired. And all you do is take this load off of them, and 4 to 5 business days later, you're gonna hand them this, and everything they need is done, and it's in here. And you charge $200 or more for this. So yeah, it's actually really, really simple process. And so I just needed to make this video to help you guys out. So if this was helpful, make sure that you like it, that you share it, please repost it. If you feel that other notaries might be able to find this helpful and make money as well. And if you need training, because I do believe that you should either be mentored through this or have some sort of training through this, feel free to message me. I do host online workshops and then in-person workshops too. But also just, you can watch all of my videos. Go on my YouTube channel as well, because that is where I can really, really get more detailed, and I have more time, because TikTok is like very, you know, like, let me get your attention fast. But if you need more detailed instruction, mentoring on this, it's on my YouTube channel. I'll see you over there, maybe. I don't know, hopefully.